Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Bitcoin Daily. Oh, wait, there's echo over here. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Southern European time on the dollar. We do this show every day, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything else. Welcome to the retail bull market, altcoins bull market, whatever you want to call it. It's not actually 9 a.m., but wife was out on the business. I had to take care of our sick kids, so it's a little bit later, but we're gonna try to do it 9 a.m. every single day because it is the last phases of the bull market. So today I thought we might actually look at how altcoins are performing, look a little bit about Bitcoin dominance. How's Bitcoin dominance doing? If you're gonna see over here and see what's happening, we're gonna check that out. We're gonna check Ethereum a little bit, what's happening there as well. So Ethereum, Bitcoin dominance, Ethereum versus Bitcoin, altcoins. How is this gonna play out? Mostly just is this the top of the bull market? Is this gonna continue to 70k? As you see here, I mean, we are not dropping just yet. We are just climbing higher. Today was actually 63.7 over here on the chart. 63.7, 63.6 give or take. I think on Bybit was a little bit higher up here. On Bybit we came, not this one. On Bybit we came to 63.8 give or take. Let me see over here on CME futures chart. CME futures chart today was over here 64.1 actually. Yesterday we came on max on futures. CME futures was 64.9, almost 65k. So it is very definitely interesting times right now, and we gotta check it out, how's everything working out. Guys, how you doing? The Burin, what's up? The green name Kata is back in the chat. How you doing, man? Good morning. Dr. Carlos says, hi, my coworkers that called me Mr. Smarty Pants 1 year ago were avoiding eye contact. I can have this smug, I told you face all bull market long. Exactly. So, a lot of people, I remember it also back then, when Bitcoin was, trending down at 20k. Everybody, were telling me that, yeah, Bitcoin's dead, whatever, right? And I was like, no, you have to buy the fear. We keep repeating it over and over again. Not just me, like everybody who knows anything about markets and buying and selling. You wanna buy the fear, right? So I was actually discussing this with my wife yesterday or the day before that about she was telling me how in China right now, China is going down. People don't have money. The economy is going towards downside. It's bad time for investing. I'm telling her that's exactly what you want. You want people to be in fear that everything is gonna go down, because it doesn't go down, right? So if you're buying something good, and China, I don't think it's gonna go down. I don't think China is gonna die for whatever reason. They got 1.5 billion people in there. They have really, really smart people, and they are really creative. And right now they don't have a previous communist economy. Right now they have the market economy in communist country, but they have market economy, and it's working really, really well. So yes, it is downtime, but it's not gonna die. And that's with everything, with Bitcoin, with buying companies, stuff like that. When you find something good, and that thing goes towards downside, you gotta understand, you have to buy the fear, right? Because if it's good thing, it's just gonna find some kind of bottom, and it's gonna go towards the upside. Let me show you a clip over here from Jeff Bezos. Let me find the clip really, really fast, and this is a really important clip. Jeff Bezos. Amazon 90 drop or something like that. He was, let me see if there is a, I didn't prepare this, but let me see over here.
Amazon started as a very small company. It was me and a few other people.
No, not this one. Let me see up here. It is really interesting clip. Where is it? The clip up here. Jeff Bezos don't like charts. PowerPoint. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna post on my X channel so you can check it out later. Basically what he said was that in 1990 when Amazon chart, let's look at Amazon chart over here. This is really important because you've got stocks Amazon up here, this is Amazon over here. Let's go to monthly time frame over here on Amazon. And what you're gonna see up here, back here in 1998, you know, Amazon just exploded towards the upside. I don't know how much it was, you know, 50x or whatever. And it was crashing towards downside over here, right? It was crashing towards downside. And while it was crashing towards downside, he said he didn't understand it because it was going towards downside, but you know, he was looking at the same time at his own company, how much they were producing, how many customers they were getting, how much money they were, how much revenue they were having, and everything was going towards the upside. Yet the stock was plummeting towards downside, right? So he couldn't. That's why he doesn't look at the charts, because you know the chart doesn't tell you whether the company is good or bad. Something gets overbought, it will definitely crash towards downside. Even if it's a very, very good company, you can have the best company in the world, it will still crash towards downside if it's overbought, right? So Amazon came up here, you know, and exploded towards upside 50x. I think maybe, you know, higher than that over here, 85x towards upside, right? And then of course it crashed towards downside. The crash was actually pretty, severe up here. 95% crash towards downside. But after the 95% crash, yeah, you know what happened with Amazon. I mean, you cannot even imagine up here. Over here, it went up another, you know, how much is this over here? Give or take. 683%, 683x, not percent, 683x after that 95% crash. So it went up 85x, then it went down 95%, and then it went up 700x towards the upside, right? So he was saying that, you know, when the company was actually doing very well, it was good company, but it crashed down 95%. The same thing with Bitcoin. Every 4 years, Bitcoin crashes down 80 to 90%. This time was 70%, something like that. But it crashes down like 80%. Altcoins go down like 95%. Why? Because, you know, we get too much hype. Everything gets overbought, overextended, and it needs to crash. But you gotta understand, the good stuff is not gonna die. So you gotta ask yourself when you're buying stuff, whether that good stuff is gonna die or not, especially in the long term. If it's not gonna die, that means there will be some kind of bottom that's gonna be very, you know, good buying opportunity for that thing, and it goes towards the upside, right? So right now you got this war in Ukraine, right now they're talking about how Russia can take Kharkiv. And I remember reading about that right now the real estate prices in Kharkiv are dropping down like significantly. The thing that you could buy, you know, they're down 90% because everybody's trying to sell right now Kharkiv. I'm thinking a little bit about this, and I said also this about Venezuela one time, when there is a lot of, you know, because Kharkiv is not going away. It's either going to be Ukrainian or it's going to be Russian, but it's still going to be there. That city is not going away. So at one point, the war will be over. The city will be somebody's. And that city, the real estate in that city will again go towards upside, right? But right now, it is going to go some kind of button. So you gotta ask yourself, unless there is some kind of nuclear war that, you know, just removes the city from the planet of the Earth. I mean, there was, you know, nuclear bombs in Nagasaki and Hiroshima, but, you know, they are still there. But you gotta ask yourself, like, if the thing that you're buying is not gonna die, you know, it's gonna still be there. That means there is some kind of bottom, right? So we have some kind of bottom. I had some kind of bottom with Bitcoin. So we were smart, and, you know, we bought the Bitcoin because, you know, it's not gonna die. It's gonna do well. And right now it is pumping up to 63k. I don't know even how we got to this point over here, but, you know, there is that. And yeah, because we're talking about I told you so phase. And I was telling my, you know, my co-workers as well, you know, Bitcoin was down at 15k. We are doing live streams all the time. And I was telling them, like, just by a little bit, just, you know, nah, I don't want to, you know, it's gonna go lower. It's, you know, you gotta buy the fear. It is really hard to buy the fear, but you gotta buy the fear. I mean, that is the, you know, that is the, what are you gonna say? That is the message for the live stream. You gotta buy the fear, right? And, you know, that's how it usually goes. Batch watches, let's go. ADA bag's looking good right now. ADA is actually up 11% right now and still pumping towards the upside over here, hitting some kind of resistance level over here right now. So, you know, gonna see how this actually plays out. I don't know if you remember when ADA was down 30% up here towards downside, 35% towards downside. Not just ADA, everything pulled back over here. And I was telling everybody, like, you know, Bitcoin didn't pull back, but every altcoin did pull back. And I was telling everybody, like, guys, altcoins are already down 30-40%. If you remember the stream where Sheldon the sniper said, like, I'm gonna be buying altcoins, you know, when they drop down 10-20%, and I was like, 10-20% when they're already down 40%, 30-40%. Some are down 50-60% on only this first dip towards downside. How much more down are they gonna go? You know, because it is so close to the halving. So right now it is pumping, it is very, very nice. So we're gonna see how much, you know, it can actually go. Turbo to them, Laden is in the chat. How you doing, man? Turbo and Chappies. Do you hold I saw that, you know, your portfolio is at all-time high, man. I'm really glad for you, man. But, you know, I gotta ask, is it only Turbo and Chappies? Or, you know, do you have something, you know, decent? Good morning, everyone. How you doing, XRP Legend? Blue balls are back, exactly. Happy to see Ape today. How's Ape doing, by the way? I think it was going a little bit up, but, you know, I haven't seen it actually that much. Right now, I did make 2 videos on YouTube about Shiba and Dogecoin because, you know, people want to know, you know, how these things are pumping. Ape is up 9%, NG up 11%, Mana 5 cent 6%. Very nice. So these metaverse coins are actually doing very nice moves. Hey man, can you do me a favor? Will there be a pullback for Sol to range of $150? Then site! One of our newest members in the chat, Solana to 150. I don't know, man. Very hard to say because we already had a pullback. So I don't, you know, so what you're asking me, are we gonna go back down to 150, 15 over here? I don't know, man. It could happen, but it already did the pullback. It already consolidated, and right now it's breaking. So, you know, will there be a pullback up here? I don't know, hard to say. It doesn't look like it. Over here, this is a rising channel. This should pull back, but it just keeps on going towards upside. I don't see the pullback right now. Gotta tell you that. Ape. So Scumbag Putin is the market manipulator. Everybody is market manipulator, man. You know, Venezuelan government is market manipulator, Chinese government market manipulator, you know, US government, Russian government, you can't, everybody is market manipulating. You create war, you put the prices down, then you buy everything, and then you suddenly there is peace, and then everything goes to the moon, you know? Everybody is manipulating everything. War is just another way to manipulate the markets. Could you please look at Sol? Just sold yesterday for 150, so it will get pulled back, can you? And this is also important. So you can see up here, Denside sold his Solana for 115 bucks for whatever reason, because he thinks he's top or not. I don't know why. But here's the thing about, you know, buying and selling. If you, I'm saying again, if you're not, you know, fantastic trader, if you cannot read the charts very well, selling tops and buying bottoms is really, really, really hard, guys. So you might think, okay, this is some kind of top, I'm gonna buy lower 30%, and you can actually do that and, you know, make a lot more money. Unfortunately, a lot of people, maybe they time the top very nicely, but they cannot time the bottom, and it goes up here, and then it breaks above where they actually bought, and it continues going towards the upside, and right now they have to FOMO into their trade. Instead of just holding the entire way move towards the upside, they were playing, you know, traders and trying to buying and selling, you know, these local tops and stuff like that. I'm telling you again, unless you know what you're doing, just hodl until some kind of top where everybody is totally euphoric and everything explodes and you're actually good with your gains and you are selling on some kind of move towards the upside. You know, hodling is the way to go right now, because right now you will get a lot of these dumps. Even yesterday, if you look at yesterday's moves, over here, Solana actually didn't have any kind of, you know, pullback, you know, towards downside, but a lot of altcoins did over here, right? So, you know, you can have these, you know, these are big pullbacks. These are 13% pullback on the rune. Near had a pullback yesterday of, you know, 14% up here. Matic did a pullback of, I don't know how much, 10% up here towards downside. A lot of these coins pull back, you know, a whole bunch. This is a 14% on Cake up here. Uniswap up here didn't actually pull back that much. 13% towards downside, drop down up here. FET, let me see up here, FET did pullback of, you know, 15%, so give or take 15%, but I've seen coins that they did like 30% pullbacks towards the downside. And unfortunately, these kind of pullbacks and these kind of, you know, fear dumps, scam dumps, get a lot of people out of the market. They get a lot of people out of the market. So, you know, hodling is really, really hard. Diamond hands and all of that shebang until the top. It's really, really hard. And, you know, when the stuff goes slowly towards the upside and, you know, curves, you know, it might be even easier to time the tops and time the bottoms. Unfortunately, when it's zigzag like this over here towards the upside, it's really, really hard to time the tops and bottoms. Please check ape tonight. I will do, you know, ape video tonight on the channel, so you might check it out. Tian 30-minute ape chart. I see a channel will break out. I think it's already going, but you know, it's coming some kind of resistance, so we're gonna check that out. I have 20 coins, but I shill only what I'm buying at the moment. You got 20 coins. Wow. Wow, 20 coins. But you only told us like about 3 coins. So what the F did you bought? Man. Fair enough. Nobody can time the market. Selling, buying will only lead to losses. Just hodl. Yeah, right now is the hodling time. Like, guys, I'm telling you right now, it is definitely the hodling time right now. And you know, previously over here, you know, go a little bit up, a little bit down. Like, it goes slowly towards the upside. So, you know, some kind of selling because you got time to, you know, find the bottoms. You gotta find. But right now, it's gonna zigzag like this towards the upside, right? And this zigzagging gets a lot of people out. And look at the chart on Bitcoin over here. Look at the chart of Bitcoin over here on this move towards the upside, right? Over here, when it was going towards the upside over here, you know, you kind of had the time. This was a very quick move, but after that, you know, slowly going up, down over here. Beside Corona up, it was just, you know, kind of zigzagging. Like, you have time to, you know, time the market and, you know, think about it. There is not much, you know, excitement. But at this move towards the upside, they go very fast. So you have this, you know, there will be drops towards downside. You can see this on a small time frames up here. Now this is Bitcoin, so it's not that volatile, but altcoins are a lot more volatile, right? You get these, you know, fast drops that just recover towards the upside, drop and then recovers, goes towards a big drop and then right back up, big drop, right back up, then a big drop up here, some kind of consolidation, right back up there again. Like, you get these big drops. And these big drops, like, people get scared. It's really hard to time it, right? And if you don't time it on the dollar, so let's say the price goes up here, so you're like, oh no, I'm gonna sell. So you sell over here and it goes above, no, it's gonna come back. Oh, finally it came back. So you're over here and you think it's gonna go down there, and then suddenly goes up, does this move up here. So you sold here, right now price is over here. You just lost a whole bunch of, you know, gains because you're trying to play smart. Don't play smart. You can play smarty pants. Like Dr. Carlos said, you can play smarty pants if you know what you're doing, but most people, like 99% people, don't know what they are doing. Even us that you know, do this, you know, every single day, have really hard time figuring out where the, you know, tops and bottoms are. Like right now, did Bitcoin top out up here at the top? I look at this over here. Like, everybody thought there was a lot of shorting up here at 60k. There were a lot of shorting up here at 61, 62k. There is still a lot of shorting going on, but price still is climbing towards the upside. So as soon as all of these shorts are, because right now, the reason I think we are doing this zigzag pattern, and we might drop even down towards downside, but there are a lot of shorting right now pushing the price towards downside over here. But if all of these shorts get absorbed right now, that are pushing towards downside, if the shorts get absorbed and there are no more shorts left and the price is still very bullish, this just continues towards upside, right? So a lot of people are shorting, but even the shorting is not the way to go right now, guys. You gotta know, not only that, it is really, really scary to short right now. Even though you might get very nice gains if you know, catch the tops and sell the bottoms. Shorting are short-lived, right? So in the bull market, we say shorting towards the downside is short-lived. It doesn't last that long. So if you get a good short, you know, make sure to take profits on any kind of support that you can, and, you know, take those profits again, right? In the bear market, shorts are working really, really good. In the bull market, longs are. So it's better to wait actually for a pullback, for any kind of pullback to any kind of sport, and actually long those pullbacks than actually try shorting. Do not be a bear. It's not time to be a bear. Bitcoin is at 92k. Retail is coming right now. Yesterday, Coinbase went down because so much retail was logging into the Coinbase, trying to get to their accounts to see, you know, or whether that, you know, thing that they had, you know, for 3 years ago is still, you know, there, because it was down 99% or something like that, right? So don't short, guys, don't short. Okay, it's good to wait. Ape did a 70.3% pullback. Yeah, I mean, a lot of coins did, you know, these big, huge drops, like insane drops towards downside. Like Ape did, let me see up here. How much did Pepe, what kind of drop did Pepe have? Because I think, nah, Pepe didn't have it actually. big drop over here. Dogecoin had 18% drop towards the downside yesterday. Ape had a big one. Ape had a big one up here. Look here, man. 17% drop, and right now climb back right back inside above these levels of resistance up here. Like it recovered, like instantly recovering, right, in a day, right? And we said yesterday when this was actually happening that, you know, it not, especially if you look at a weekly time frame, there is no problem with the ape, like on the weekly time frame. Like, oh, the entire drop up here was this week over here, just pulled back, came right back up there, right now going to the resistance levels up here. It's already above the resistance over here. Right now it just needs to break above 50 up here and continue going towards upside. Like, you know, so these big, you know, drops can actually get a lot of people out of the market because they are buying the tops and then it drops down, they sell and then goes up again and then have no clue what's happening. XRP looking very healthy right now after yesterday's. Yeah, I also saw that XRP is doing well today. Well, technically well today. I mean, it's up like 3-4%, but both XRP and XLM are actually doing okay today. But it's still in this, you know, it's still in this slightly rising channel towards the upside. So I'm still waiting for XRP to get out of this channel up here, you know, to see some kind of, you know, bigger pumps towards the upside. I just watched your SHIB video. Nice, very nice. If I left translated, blah, blah, are we still expecting the high later in Q3, Q4, or would it mean Bitcoin tops out? If I left translated, blah, blah, what? It tops out pre-halving and slowly comes down, if that makes sense. Again, are we still expecting the higher later in the Q3, Q4? Or would it mean Bitcoin tops out pre-halving and slowly comes down, if that makes sense? Yeah, it does make sense. So we're going to talk right now how I think this might actually play out. I don't know in what kind of group you are, the whole bear market. I shield them all at some point when I was buy. Now, without joking, buy Chappies, you would like money. Man, I don't know. I mean, Chappie is up like 4%. It's not doing all that well. But, you know, we're still waiting to break the, you know, up here towards upside. This is just consolidation. So, you know, it's nice. It's nice. Chappie is doing nice. Other to the Mugiga and Cardano and 80 coins like Hosky a snack. I got Sunday swap. I had to go through a whole bunch of trouble to buy a little bit of Sunday swap because I thought, you know, I want to just get that thing. But I don't know if it's going to play out well. Tian 30 minutes out. Under right now, under 200 weekly rejection or pump. You buy the pullbacks. Yeah, you buy the pullbacks. Any kind of pullback is a good pullback. That said, Chappie is having a pullback right now, which is actually very nice. Now, let's go in over here and figure out what is Bitcoin actually doing right now. Because yesterday it was insane. Now, before we actually start doing that, I'm going to show you something. And it is very, very interesting. So, let's assume this over here is actually the bull market. Right, and I was thinking that, and if it's a parabolic move towards the upside. Now there is several ways you can actually do this. You can draw this line over here, you can draw it something like this up here, and then you can stand over here towards the upside, you know, but it doesn't make any sense. Now what does make sense, that is the way I look at it, is this line over here, because this was overcapitulation below the support levels, retest that create this very, very nice line. Now from this nice line right now, we can continue drawing very, very nice lines over here towards the upside, and it does look like it is playing out very, very nicely. Another way to draw this is doing this over here, and then from this point on doing this line over here towards the upside. But it doesn't, again, it's kind of a little bit you know, shady. It doesn't correlate. Now this over here does look indeed, in fact, like a legit you know, parabolic move towards the upside. Now let me show you something over here. Oh, which one do we use? Where is it? Let me find that. Nah. Where is it? Up here? No. Curve. Arc. No. Where is the angle? Where are the angles? Maybe up here. Huh. I never used this tool, so I have absolutely no clue where it is. I just find it like, I know it's here, but let me see up here. It's not over here. It's not over here. It's not over here. It's not over here. Oh my god, I cannot find. Let's go. Maybe from top. Not up here. Trend influence. Angle. There we go. Trend angle. So trend angles up here. So you can see right now, this is very important. When the price is going towards the upside, it always increases the speed at one point. So this, you know, move went over here, this move over here went something like this. So right now it is increasing speed towards the upside, right? That is very, very important. It is increasing speed towards the upside. So over here, what you're gonna see up here, I don't know if you can see this, but this over here is a 4% increase, 4% increase towards the upside. And without actually, you know, moving the table, we're just gonna do it like this over here. This over here is 19, the next line, this line is 19 degrees. This is 4 degrees. This is 4 degrees. And the next line up here, the steeper line up here right now, not this one. Oh, wait, let me just put it on the dollar up here. And this line is 51 degrees over here, okay? So what you see right now is that the speed towards the upside is increasing. So it was going slowly sideways, then it increased the speed a little bit. Right now it's going like 51% towards the upside. So what we can expect right now is that the next move up here towards the upside, it won't be, you know, going sideways over here. You know, I continue going inside this 51%. It will increase the speed again towards the upside. So, you know, how much is going to increase, that kind of depends. But we can say something like this over here because of this bottom down here, maybe a little bit higher. But it is increasing speed towards the upside. And right now, if you see over here, where is this tool again? Trend line over here. You know, this is 68%, you know, this over here is 68% speed increase. So what happens over here is that let me just remove this over here so we can start drawing the channels over here. So the first, you know, the channel up here went up here, broke towards the upside, consolidate and increase the speed towards the upside. Then you had this other channel, then you had this other channel over here towards the upside. You can see this channel over here, the bigger channel, that it was 19 degrees towards the upside. And then you had this channel over here, something like this over here, that it was broke right over here towards upside. So we increased the speed right over here. And what we have right now is something that goes something like this over here, give or take, a very speedy move towards the upside. So the way I see it right now, you know, how we don't actually know where this line actually is, maybe something like this over here. But what we are right now expecting is some kind of, you know, consolidation up here, move maybe to, you know, May or something like that, maybe summer or something like that. And then explosion up here towards the upside up here again, and then maybe even increase the speed, you know, a lot higher than that. But this is right now, we're coming into this last part, this last increase right now towards the upside, where we just explode towards the upside up here. I don't know if you can actually see this, but let me draw it just one channel up here, a channel tool of this, you know, give or take. This is where we are right now. This is the speed right now. So we are thinking might maybe go something like this, maybe even explode up here towards the upside above the channel, you know, get some kind of, you know, new high or whatever, and then pull back towards the downside. The most important thing when it comes to these parabolic moves is that it cannot be broken, right? So if you break the parabolic move, it's pretty much over. So it started like this, and then it goes over here, you know, increases the speed towards the upside, and then it goes even faster up here towards the upside over here, and then right now it's increasing the speed even towards the upside up here. But it cannot break these lines towards the downside. As soon as these lines are broken towards the downside, it's pretty much over. Right now we are not quite there just yet, and right now we are increasing speed towards the upside, and there will definitely, I think, gonna come another one of these, you know, either consolidation up here or pullback. There will be another line up here that goes something like this up here, maybe even steeper towards the upside. But as soon as these steep lines on a small time frame starts getting broken, wherever that line might be, but as soon as these steep lines start getting broken, that's pretty much over, right? So we do not, if this is a parabolic move, the parabolic move cannot be broken, and we don't want to do that, right? So over here, you'll see a parabolic move up here that actually happened. Let's go to the logarithmic chart so you can see this nicer. It's only when, parabolic moves are going faster and faster towards the upside, but it's only when they actually break that we are actually done, right? So you can see up here, they're increasing in speed very highly up here. Over here, they are increasing in speed even faster up here. Yeah, you know, and every single time they're increasing in speed, but still not breaking it, right? And from over here up here towards tops up here, give or take wherever that was, This was this one up here, you know, it was increasing in speed, and a later point up here, there was this move up here that came towards stop up here, you know, consolidated, and as soon as this very first broke, it was pretty much over, right? So a parabolic move should not break these support levels when it is increasing in the speed. So what we are having right now, I think it's a parabolic move towards the upside, and it should not break towards the downside, right? Because if it breaks towards the downside, then parabolic move is by definition done. And everything that we are looking at right now is telling us right now that this move over here is a parabolic move towards the upside, and that's going to continue until the parabola actually breaks. The theory was before that we are going to get some kind of pivot point pullback and you know, do another move towards the upside. This actually theory is no longer valid because we are so close to the halving right now. So the best kind of theory we have right now is parabolic move and is this channel over here. Now this is still logarithmic chart, so we gotta do it like this over here. And right now we are looking at this move right now all the way up to something like, you know, 80-90k, give or take, towards the upside. How this is gonna, you know, when we're gonna reach these levels doesn't matter. We can even break this towards the upside over here, you know, extend really hard in this last part over here. When it starts going towards the upside, we can extend really hard towards the upside, depends when we get there. But you know, it is you know how it is right now. So this midline over here right now is sitting at something like 67. Are we gonna consolidate up here before we break towards the upside? Is it gonna pull back? Is there gonna be a flash crash and then move towards the upside? Everything is very up to speculation. Like, I think right now where we are, I think we are right now in previous bull market up here, over here. So yes, we haven't broken the all-time, because everybody waits until we break all-time high until retail gets in. So everybody's saying that, you know, after all-time high, this is you know, when retail gets in, right? And that was true in the previous bull market. Retail started you know, noticing us after all-time high when we explode towards the upside. So everybody expecting this explosion, and then the retail comes in. Unfortunately that isn't the case right now. And I believe right now that, you know, retail is already right now getting in. So just like over here, when retail notices us and we pull back, and then, you know, retail started buying and pump the price up here, I think we are at that point right now where retail actually starts noticing us and starting, you know, to get into the markets, and right now it might have some kind of consolidation before this retail push towards the upside. Whether that's gonna be the case or not, we don't know, but it does seem plausible. Now, this move up here, this last move up here, has a very nice trend line over here, and I'm looking for this to break. So I'm gonna say that this can even go higher than right now if it can actually manage to you know, go towards the upside. Unfortunately, right now we are kind of hugging this right now. This very steep line towards the upside. This is on 1 hourly time frame, so any kind of drop down here might actually pull also the alts down a little bit. But I think if it drops down, it's just gonna find some kind of support somewhere below us and consolidate, right? So we might definitely see some kind of pullback right now on Bitcoin. It is you know, highly probable, because yesterday was, you know, too much euphoria going on. On the other hand, if it can hold the support, and you know, in bull market these things hold support like, you know what, a lot of time, it can bounce from these levels. So and usually if we had seen some kind of, you know, this kind of pattern or this kind of trend line with a you know, extension, a pullback up here and stuff like that, we will probably say that this is just going to go towards the upside, especially in the bull markets. Unfortunately, yesterday was too much hype, too much, you know, bullishness, too much euphoria. Yesterday was just an exceptional day yesterday, and because of that, I think we need to, you know, break this towards downside, pull a little bit back. Just saying that. ADA is killing it. ADA is right now 9%. A lot of people want to know what ADA is. The only tool you need is the fib. Cook Rider, like, this isn't your first day here, man. Great info, cheers, of course. Great enough for measuring the top. I mean, it's just one of these things that, but it works on the parabolic moves. If you remember Shiba Inu, I just made, you know, we were doing live stream and timing Shiba Inu on the dollar, and it was pretty easy, right? So if you look at Shiba Inu over here, where is Shiba Inu? Let me find Shiba Inu. And Shiba Inu was actually really nice. So over here, let me just remove everything up here. This stop up here on Shiba Inu, we were having a live stream on this move towards the upside, and we were timing it on the dollar. Why? Because this over here, this last bar was parabolic move. Now it doesn't look like a parabolic move on the daily time frame, but if you go to 1 hourly time frame over here, I don't know if you can go that long back because that's a couple of years back. You know, let's see up here how long does 1 hourly time frame go. 2013 September. I don't know if we can get back. You know, the data for the low time frames don't go that far back. There we go. This was actually a parabolic move towards the upside, right? So you can see it over here right now, and it was really easy to figure out. So we are watching the even the small time frames than these on the even the small time frames. And we are watching like 50-minute charts, right? Then it started, you know, exploding towards the upside up here. And it was just going, and even up here we're looking at I think 50 minutes and 5 minutes, and even at the end over here, actually it was over here, this is the top over here, this is the secondary retop up here that we actually hit. But we are looking at this move towards the upside over here. There was small time frames up here that were pushing it towards the upside, so we are looking at this even on small time frames and timing this stop up here. But it was a parabolic move towards the upside, and these parabolic moves always end very, very badly. Always very, very badly with these kind of drops, guys. This kind of drop that, you know, this end with 35% drop towards the downside after that, that pump. Now, look what happened on Bitcoin in 2017, guys. Look what happened in Bitcoin in 2017. Let me go over here. Let's go a little bit back in time over here. Guys, parabolic moves always end up with a bang, guys. Always end up with a bang. Unfortunately, this was, you know, it took a couple of days, but this dropped down 44%. And this is what you have to be very, very careful about. Now, when it dropped down, it pulled back a little bit up here, but then it continued dropping. It drops very fast. Parabolic move are very, you know, very euphoric moves, and they drop down very, very fast. Now, if this is a parabolic move towards the upside, guys, you gotta know that once it starts dropping, it can drop down really, really fast, really high, really low. Like it can drop down, like let's say we go up here to 90K or something like that, and we drop down like 40%. That's gonna be, you know, everybody gets wrecked on that move, right? So it goes up here and you see some kind of, you know, 50% drop towards the downside. But parabolic moves end that way, unfortunately. So I don't think, if this is a parabolic move, I don't think we'll see, you know, kind of ending like we saw over here, where we actually managed to do a curvature up here, over here, before we actually drop down, you know, and you know, you can kind of time it, you know, this the distribution zone. Parabolic moves ends very, very violently, unfortunately, but they do pump a lot though. They do pump a lot. Good job, Tia. Definitely writing down my trading plane. Because of ARA pump, the relative ARA values are still low. I'm on a Mooley swap and I got Milk, Hosky and Snack Buttocks also. A very bullish project. Great DEX. Michael V, welcome to TIA Fans Club, man. Nice that you join us. By the way, guys, we got a TIA Fans Club. We got a Telegram group. We've been around during entire bear market, bull market, bear market, you know, bull market again, ups and downs, you know, fear here, fear there, pump here, pump there, you know, and people who've been, you know, around, you know, they are right now sitting very comfortably, because in our group, we've been bullish entire time, ever since Bitcoin capitulated. Yes, it can go down, but it is accumulation zone. So you're welcome to join our group, guys, TFS, our community. We also got a Telegram channel, if you want to check that out. You know, free Telegram channel. Been around since Mommy Dodge. Wow, that's a long time. Welcome, Michael V. Cheers. Nice, nice. So this looks actually very, very nice. I mean, right now we had, you know, a little bit too much euphoria, and what I'm expecting right now maybe is for this, you know, this trend over here to break towards downside. So I'm kind of expecting for everybody to get into the fear on the pullback. I don't know how much pullback is gonna be. Are we just gonna pull back into the, because we have the blue box, guys. Let's talk a little bit about blue box, because we didn't mention the blue box. The blue box has two lines over here. They are very, very important lines. This over here is a resistance level. This resistance level, and going towards upside, there was acting as a resistance level, but right now they're gonna act as a support level, right? So this over here is at 61K, and this one is at 58.7K. These are very, very important levels. You can see up here we came very close to that, exploded inside above that resistance level, retested it up here, went to the top up here, tried consolidate a little bit up here, broke that right back down to that same support level. Then we continue pushing down right back above it, retested it as support, pushed up here above these support levels, and right now comes time. Does this move goes towards upside again, or does it fail and gets back inside these levels over here towards downside, right? So over here, this is kind of hopium level that for some reason gonna get Bitcoin below 60k ever again. When we were at 30k, I kept telling people like, what, you hope you're gonna get Bitcoin below 30k, then at 40k, what, you're gonna get Bitcoin below 40k, then we pumped above 50k. There is no 50 below 50k Bitcoin, and right now there is no 60 below 60k Bitcoin. So we are above two major level of resistance right now, 61.2 and 58, and these level of resistance are very, very important. Now the only question I have right now, because even though we know how to draw nice lines, it's really hard to predict certain things. Will this trend over here break towards downside? And the question up here then is, which of these support levels does hold and pump us back up there again? Hit the like, peeps, for good fortune and stuff. Do you think that Bitcoins will torch 61 these few days? I don't know how it's gonna play out, because I believe that altcoins, and right now we come to the part where what altcoins are gonna do, right? So let's go and check out Total 3. Total 3 is the market cap, but without Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So every rest of the market cap up here, and it goes a little bit to really fast towards upside. Let me just see over here on the lines. It's not that high. There is no divergence on the chart up here. Let's go 2-week chart. There's no divergence. It's, momentum is going up. Like everything is going up. Like this looks like it's gonna explode right now. This is really, really bullish. It's above 70 levels. No divergence. Momentum is climbing higher. So just by looking at Total 3, that's market cap of crypto space without Bitcoin and Ethereum, it just looks like this is gonna just blow through the roof right now. It looks really, really bullish, and this is the thing that this thing is gonna go most probably above all-time high over here, up 1.22 trillion, maybe I don't know, maybe 2 trillion or something like that. Who knows how high this can actually go. From the bottom up here towards the previous bottom up here, 10x, it is very, very bullish, strongly bullish towards upside up here on altcoins right now. So this looks actually legitimately very good. Like these indicators down here are looking legitimately like extremely good. You're above the zero line up here on 2 weekly time frame. You're just climbing to a higher, and there is no divergences. Momentum indicator down here, my overextended indicator down here, this is my own indicator. You don't have these very overextended levels right now. I mean, we are climbing right now there, but we need to get all over there to get to these kind of levels of 50% extension and stuff like that. Like, it looks very good. We are not overextended. Momentum is going towards the upside. No divergences. RSI climbing nicely, not yet at these very extreme high levels at 90 or something like that, right? So it is in the very start of this very next pump rally towards the upside. So altcoins are definitely gonna go, guys. Now I do see a lot of the FUD on X that ETFs cannot buy the altcoins. Who's gonna pump altcoins? Bitcoin is the only one goes. Bitcoin 64k, altcoins are dying, blah blah blah. And altcoins are not gonna die, guys. Altcoins are gonna go, and they're gonna go a lot more. Now here's the important thing. Everybody thinks that Bitcoin is outperforming everything, and that is not true, guys. That is not true. Do you know why? Let me show you over here. So everybody's looking at altcoins. Let's go back. And let's split this chart in two. No, let's add Bitcoin USDT. Let's add Bitcoin over here. So, but we cannot do the no. Let's do it on two charts. Doesn't matter. So everybody is looking at this. Where is Bitcoin? So they're looking at Bitcoin and saying that Bitcoin just did 4x towards the upside. 4x towards the upside, right? And it did it from November 2021, right? So if you go, look at the time from November 2022, By the way, guys, November 22, if you remember the date, you know what's up. From November it did 4x. Now let's take any other article. Let's take Cardano up here. So from November to right now, where is November up here? It's gonna be November up here, right? Cardano did only 124% towards the upside from November, right? But from these very, very lows over here towards the upside, Cardano did 200%. Okay, it is outperforming it. But there are other coins. I mean, you know. Nah, forget about it. Bitcoin is outperforming everything. I was mistaken about that, so I don't want to go into that. My theory was wrong. But, you know. Yeah, some coins are outperforming Bitcoin. Doesn't matter. Alpha Zero is outperforming Bitcoin. Alpha Zero is not, even Alpha Zero is not, forget about it. Forget about it. Yeah, okay, Solana is outperforming Bitcoin. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. It's all good and dandy. Bitcoin is outperforming everything, and that's nice. We like that. It's good. Bitcoin is first. You need Bitcoin to pump to get retail in, right? So, you know, it's really hard to pump altcoins because number one, institutions are not buying, you know, Pepe coin and Dogecoin. I mean, it's just not happening. Like Elon Musk and El Salvador guy, you know, they might buy some, you know, Dogecoin. Unfortunately, you know, big institutions don't care about Pepe coin or Bonk or anything like that, right? On the other hand, they are buying some other coins, but you know, they need retail to pump the altcoins. You know, for altcoin season, we need retail. Retail buys everything. And I'm gonna tell you something very interesting, how you can pick the coins, which retail will pick. And I think this is very, very interesting because number one, first you have Bitcoin pumping, so institutions are pumping Bitcoin. Then retail sees Bitcoin going up. Then retail comes in and starts buying these altcoins, and altcoins goes to the moon. And when everything is to the moon, then you got, you know, everybody, you know, getting really, you know, these really, really late retailers coming in and buying all of these meme season coins because, you know, it's ending phases of the bull market. And then after that, everything drops towards the downside. Now, how does the retail buy coins? Will retail buy, for example, injective protocol? Or will retail buy something like, let me see up here. Something like Pepe. What do you guys think? Who is gonna retail buy? Injective protocol or Pepe? And I gotta tell you that retail is gonna buy stuff like Pepe instead of injective protocol. Not just Pepe. But, you know, any of these, Sidus maybe, I don't know, and Block maybe, I don't know, up here, let me see up here, Dant, maybe they're gonna buy Dant, they're gonna probably buy something like Chappies or something like that. Now, what is the difference between injective protocol? And this is really funny, you gotta know this, because retail do not, you gotta understand that retail and people who are not financially literate, they do not understand this, how these things work. So they will come to the market and they have maybe 200 bucks, and what they do, this is really, really stupid, but they look at the price, and see it's, you know, inch is 45 bucks. I can only get 4 you know, inch tokens for 200 bucks, and 4 tokens I'm never gonna get rich, you know. So they look for something that has a lot of zeros, doesn't matter what it is, a lot of zeros. Where is it? Zeros. Like Bonk, you know, Bonk has a lot of zeros, and they calculate how many Bonk they can get out of those 200 bucks, and then they fantasize about Bonk going to $1, and they're like, I'm gonna make it. So that's how they make, you know, their financial decision. How many zeros does your coin have? If your coin doesn't have any zeros in front, it's not gonna make it, guys. It's not gonna make it. But if it has a lot of zeros in front, I'm gonna tell you right now, retail is gonna scoop that up because they can get a lot of that stuff for, you know, 200 bucks. Retail will buy VSB Wall Street. Oh, Wall Street, baby. I was big on that meme coin. I don't know how that meme coin is doing right now. VSB, is it over here? Wall Street, baby. It's actually on Polynex. Wow, this thing died. I don't even know. I don't even know. Is it dead? It looks dead. It looks very much dead. There we go. Alt season soon. Retail reform into everything. When Bitcoin halving happens April, a few weeks Bitcoin will pump. After this few After these weeks, it's altcoin time and they will pump probably. I mean, it's just a theory, we don't know. Mate, but do you think Bitcoin will touch 61k these days? I mean, it's probable. I'm telling you what I'm looking at right now. And the only thing I'm looking at right now is this 1 hourly time frame up here. This is the thing that I'm looking at. Because it's really hard to figure out how this is going to play out. So, you know, this line up here is important. This trend line up here is important. So, you know, the trend line over here, or the resistance level up here is important as well. So, we need to see how this plays out. Alpha will pop soon. More zeros the better. Something like that, guys. Guys, I gotta do more videos and then I have to go to work. Hopefully it doesn't pump like crazy when I go to work. You know, it's been a Bitcoin daily. Come back here tomorrow, same time, same place, 9 AM, and we're gonna check out how this actually plays out. Below there is a link down to our Telegram, private Telegram channel, the Blue Balls, the community, the TA Fans Club. You're welcome to join that. Join our Telegram channel, join our live streams where it, you know, only members can chat and stuff like that. It's interesting, guys. It's interesting. You know, you gotta be in some kind of group during the bull market, guys, because it's important to be somewhere where people actually know what they're doing. If you're just out there, you know, reading your Reddit or some other forum, you're not gonna make it, guys. You cannot come. I mean, you might make, because a lot of these Reddit forums and stuff like that, they bought like these meme coins and pumped like crazy. But there is that. When Mega Trump, I don't know. Thank you. You're welcome. Cheers. Thanks for joining, man. Let me shield my bags. You can shield whatever you want, guys, on the channel. I don't care, man. I don't care. It's good times. Shield whatever you want. Guys, thank you for stopping by. I'll see you around. Where's my outro? Let's go. Oh, wait, guys, wait, come back. Yo, we're not done. Yo, guys. Stop the leaving. Don't go just yet. We are not done. We are not done. Get back. We are not done, guys. We are not done. Okay, so I know a lot of you just, you know, clicked out and, you know, left. It's fine, but we are not done. I forgot to talk about certain things, guys. First of all, Ethereum. We forgot to talk about Ethereum. Let's go round 2. Exactly. We are not done. Ethereum's doing very well. It's not gonna be less long, like 5 minutes tops. 5 minutes tops and we're done. But you know, Ethereum came into the blue box. It's still inside the blue box. His hand broken out of the blue box because daily hasn't closed above the blue box. Right now it's on 4 hour. It's kind of still climbing towards the upside. I'm a little bit unsure how this is actually gonna play out. But it got this same, you know, the same trend over here, give or take the same trend. But first of all, there is this trend over here, and right now, you know, maybe there is some kind of, you know, trend up here, but it's not out of the trend yet. It is trying to break this blue box over here towards the upside just as well. You can see up here how nicely it was holding a blue box, how it's not trying to break. Right now, it's outside of blue box, but you know, it can still pull back. It's a little bit. I still believe there will be a little bit pullback, something to scare everybody, and the first support will hold and it will just bounce. I mean, that's my theory. But Ethereum is doing well. Right now it's 2.48% up, 2.5% up, while Bitcoin is actually only 0.5% up. Now, if we do go to ETH BTC chart, and this is what's bothering me right now, it is back outside of the channel, this falling wedge, guys. So if you remember, I said like this is just about to go over here towards that upside, and it's still not going, guys. It's still not going, but we got some kind of, you know, some kind of lines down here on the bottom where we have we can hold the support up here. And Ethereum time is not come just yet. I mean, this is the Ethereum time right now, and you can see up here it's holding this moving average. It's still trying to hold inside this, you know, falling wedge over here. Came up here towards top, pushed back towards downside. It is close, but we are still not out of it. That's what I'm trying to say. So even though Ethereum right now it's a little bit higher than Bitcoin over here, it's still not out of this this falling wedge, and that's the important part. But it will eventually get out of the falling wedge, and Ethereum will eventually outperform Bitcoin. That is the only thing we're waiting. We're waiting for this move towards outside. I do not believe that, you know, there will be a bull market season where, you know, Bitcoin goes to, you know, 90k and everything. It doesn't. It just doesn't work there. And the last thing I want to look at is this chart over here, because, you know, dominance, right? Dominance up here, dominant chart, and we're gonna look at this on a weekly time frame up here, and we're gonna pop the 200 moving average up here. So you see right now that Bitcoin is at 200 moving average. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the strength, right? Even this move towards the upside right now is just getting it up over here. I think the dominance is pretty much done over here right now. I think it's gonna, you know, go towards the downside. Now the reason for that is technical. So any kind of channel, the strength of the price is determined by whether it actually can hit the tops, right? So if you can hit the resistance, you know, the price has actually strength, and that's actually very, very bullish. On the other hand, if the price can hit the bottoms, it has also it also has the weakness, right? Now here comes the good part. When the price stops hitting the top line over here, as you can see over here, it stops hitting the top line. When it stops hitting the top line, this shows weakness in the price. So over here, when we're going towards the upside, we are managing to hit the top line several times and bottom lines. We create this very, very nice channel. And right now, we cannot even close up here. We're closing up here, we're closing over here, we're closing over here. So this shows weakness in the price. So my theory right now, this is gonna turn around and break the support level and go towards the downside. Now, dominance going towards the downside is hugely bullish for altcoins. And we are just about to make this move over here. So even the dominance right now, we just looked at total 3. Total 3 looks like it's gonna explode towards the upside. That means that the dominance right now is gonna start falling towards the downside, and it's all based on how the channels actually play out. And this move over here, where it fails to get back to these levels towards the upside, shows high weakness in the price, and this weakness actually tends to break towards the downside. So the way I see it right now, this over here right now, Bitcoin being you know, top dominance, is gonna, you know, turn around and go towards the downside. That's it, guys. Now we're done. You're not done. Round 2. Okay, now we can go, guys. Now we can go. Bye bye.